Thus, our overall initial investment from our own internal resources in the new energy business will be 75,000 crores in the next 3 years. Now let me take you through the third part of our plant. Over the years, Reliance has developed significant engineering, project management, and construction capabilities combining physical and digital technologies. We will repurpose these capabilities along with major international organizations to execute and deliver world-scale renewable energy solutions. We will build 2 additional divisions to further strengthen this ecosystem. First, a dedicated renewable energy project management and construction division. And second, a dedicated renewable energy project finance division. The project management and construction division will provide end-to-end solutions for large renewable plants across the world. It will enable and partner with thousands of green MSME entrepreneurs who can deploy kilowatt to megawatt scale solutions in agriculture, industry, residences, and transportation. The project finance division will provide finance solutions to stakeholders in our ecosystem. We will achieve our goals by enabling a platform to source long-term global capital for these investments at the most attractive terms. We will seek support from our relationship banks and global green funds for this purpose. Simultaneously, we will also facilitate a platform to provide financing for the entire ecosystem of small businesses and entrepreneurs who invest alongside with us. All of these 3 parts together constitute our architecture for India's decentralized green economy. Over a period of time, it will generate millions of new and high-value job opportunities for our youth. With these new initiatives, Reliance will put Gujarat and India on the world's solar and hydrogen map. All our products will proudly claim made in India, by India, for India, and for the world. This will be Reliance's yet another big contribution to our Prime Minister's clarion call of Atmanirbhar Bharat. I am certain that India will present to the world a template of a green economy movement which will truly be a people's movement. Solar power is the primary source of energy for our planet. Surya Dev has blessed India with almost limitless sunlight. I envision a future when our country will be transformed from a large importer of fossil energy to a large exporter of clean solar energy solutions. Dear friends, Reliance is also evolving a vision for new materials and green chemicals. We will kickstart this by strategically investing in India's first world-scale carbon fiber plant for supporting our hydrogen and solar ecosystems. You will hear more about this in the future. Friends, our new energy vision also has immense benefits for our existing O2C business. Allow me to take you through these. First, we will use solar energy on an economically attractive basis to decarbonize our existing O2C business and accelerate our journey to become net carbon zero. Second, we will use green hydrogen and carbon dioxide as raw materials to develop a roadmap for new green chemicals, green fertilizers, and e-fuels. Third, we will commercialize with global partners our own world-beating proprietary multi-zone catalytic cracking technology to optimize the fossil fuel transition to sustainable chemical and material building blocks. Thus, we will transform our legacy business into a sustainable, circular, and net zero carbon materials business. One that will provide growing returns for over several decades. And we will do this by repurposing our existing assets to extend their economic life and earning capacity. In doing so, we will have no legacy asset write-down in the coming years. Dear shareholders, this twin execution plan of building a new energy and materials ecosystem and decarbonizing and repurposing our existing O2C business is a multi-decade growth plan for our company. It has the potential to create unprecedented value for India and for Reliance in the coming years. Dear shareholders, new energy and new materials are not merely another business for us. It is our mission to heal the environment. It is an expression of Reliance's commitment that we care for our beautiful and bountiful planet. By implementing our green vision, Reliance will help transition India and the world from an industrial civilization to an ecological civilization. We are repaying our debt of gratitude to Mother Nature. Dear shareholders, let me tell you in all humility that new energy is the most exciting, most challenging, and the most purpose-driven mission I will be pursuing in my life. I seek your blessings and support for success in this mission. Dear friends, let me now turn to Jio, our digital services initiative. In spite of COVID, Jio sustained its track record of robust performance. Jio became the first operator outside China to cross 400 million subscribers in a single country. We are truly grateful to all our valued customers. Thanks to them, Jio is today the world's second largest mobile data carrier, handling a monthly traffic of over 630 crore gigabytes a month. This is nearly a 45% growth in data consumption in the last year alone, a testament to the rapid pace at which India is digitizing. More significantly, Jio continued to be the digital lifeline, binding Indians together in spite of social distancing, lockdowns, and working from home. During the past year, we also made the necessary capital investments to further strengthen our market position and growth. During the recent spectrum auctions, we invested 57,123 crores to acquire significant additional spectrum, making Jio the largest operator of 4G spectrum in India. And we have operationalized nearly 100% of this additional spectrum. When combined with another 15,183 crores we invested in further expanding our network infrastructure, Jio has raised the bar even higher for service quality. And Jio's leadership is evident across India along all key metrics like indoor coverage, download speeds, and video experience. More importantly, these investments have also created the capacity to onboard an additional 200 million customers on Jio's network, thereby bringing digital empowerment to even more Indians. Friends, Jio has truly democratized digital connectivity in India by offering the highest quality, the most affordable 4G broadband services in the world. Even so, India still has nearly 300 million mobile users who are unable to escape from the inefficient and exorbitant 2G services because even a basic 4G smartphone remains unaffordable for these users. Therefore, an ultra-affordable 4G smartphone is essential to make India 2G Mukt. Last year, Sundar and I talked about the Google and Jio co-developing a next-generation feature-rich but extremely affordable smartphone aimed at providing first-time internet access for 2G users. Today, I am pleased to announce that Google and Jio teams have jointly developed a truly breakthrough smartphone that we are calling JioPhone Next. JioPhone Next is a fully featured smartphone supporting the entire suite of applications from both Google and Jio, and as well as the Android Play Store, through which users will have access to the entire universe of Android apps. JioPhone Next is powered by an extremely optimized version of the Android operating system that has been jointly developed by Jio and Google, specially for the Indian market. While being ultra affordable, JioPhone Next is packed with cutting-edge features like voice assistant, automatic read aloud of screen text, language translation, smart camera with augmented reality filters, and much more. This is a testimony to a global technology giant and a national technology champion working together to make truly a breakthrough product that can be first introduced in India and then taken to the rest of the world. JioPhone Next will be available in the market from the auspicious date of Ganesh Chaturthi, 10th September this year. And as you have come to expect from Jio, it is my promise that JioPhone Next will be by far the most affordable smartphone, not just in India, but globally. Let me now invite my good friend Sundar to talk about JioPhone Next and other areas of collaboration between Google and Jio.
Thank you to Mukesh, Neeta, Akash, and Isha, and to everyone at Reliance Industries for all you do for India. From investing in infrastructure and technology, to creating jobs and expanding opportunity, to supporting communities in need, especially in this difficult moment for the country. It's been devastating to see the country hit so hard by COVID-19. Yet it's heartening to see how Reliance has stepped up to contribute to the national response and get support to the communities that need it most. On behalf of all of us at Google, we hope you're taking care and are wishing for better days ahead. For Google, the past year has brought renewed purpose and greater urgency to our mission to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. At a time when so many aspects of our lives and work are moving online, it's even more important to make technology accessible and helpful for everyone. This goal is at the heart of our partnership with Reliance Jio. I was proud to help launch this partnership last year. It was the first and biggest equity investment from the 75,000 crore rupees Google for India Digitization Fund. Our vision was to bring affordable access to information for Indians in their own language, to build new products and services for India's unique needs, and empower businesses with technology. I'm excited that today we can announce the next steps in this vision, starting with a new affordable Jio smartphone created with Google. Our teams have optimized a version of our Android OS especially for this device. It'll offer language and translation features, a great camera, and support for the latest Android updates. It's built for India, and it'll open up new possibilities for millions of new users who will experience the internet for the very first time. And we can't wait to show you the device later this year. I'm also proud to announce that we are taking our collaboration further with a new 5G partnership between Google Cloud and Jio. It'll help more than 1 billion Indians connect to a faster and better internet, support businesses in their digital transformation, and help Jio build new services in sectors like health, education, and more, laying a foundation for the next phase of India's digitization. As part of this collaboration, Reliance will also shift its core retail businesses to Google Cloud's infrastructure. They'll be able to take advantage of Google's AI and machine learning, e-commerce, and demand forecasting offerings. Harnessing the reliability and performance of Google Cloud will enable these businesses to scale up as needed to respond to customer demand. Empowering businesses as they embark on their digital transformation is a key part of our mission in India. I'm excited for the innovations this partnership will help unleash. We are proud to play a part in India's next wave of technological innovation. Helping to connect 1.3 billion Indians to the opportunities the internet creates is meaningful to all of us at Google, and certainly to me personally. I know that with greater access to smartphones and improved connectivity, there's no limit to what India's people can do. We look forward to getting technology into the hands of more people and to exploring what more we can achieve together in the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Sundar. We greatly value our partnership with Google. Friends, as Sundar mentioned, cloud and cloud solution is another area where we are collaborating with Google. Jio will use Google Cloud's cutting-edge technologies to power Jio's 5G solutions and for powering the internal needs of key Reliance growth businesses like Reliance Retail, JioMart, JioSaavn, and JioHealth. Friends, we have also made significant progress in collaborations that we announced last year. Let me start with Facebook. We have launched an initial set of integrations between WhatsApp and JioMart on a trial basis, and the response from WhatsApp and JioMart customers is encouraging, along with lots of valuable feedback. Our joint teams are actively developing the full new commerce solution linking merchants and consumers, and we plan to progressively launch these over the next few quarters. With Microsoft, we have operationalized an initial 10 megawatt capacity of Jio Azure cloud data centers in 2 cities, Jamnagar and Nagpur. We are currently onboarding the initial group of pilot customers, and we plan to expand our data center capacity and our offerings to a growing number of SMEs and startups over the coming quarters. We are indeed privileged to have partners like Facebook, Google, and Microsoft, in whose company our efforts to create a digital society in India seems that much easier. Friends, across the world, the past 15 months have been challenging for on-the-ground physical work. Jio Fiber, Jio's optic fiber-based gigabit speed fixed broadband services have also faced similar challenges. The pace of optic fiber deployment, building connectivity, and home installations have all been slower than expected because of lockdowns and other restrictions across our country. Despite this, I am glad to announce that Jio Fiber has acquired more than 2 million new premises over the past year, following all safety protocols for our customers and employees. Now, with a cumulative base of 3 million active homes and business users, Jio Fiber has become the largest and fastest growing fixed broadband operator in India. Data consumption on Jio Fiber has grown to more than 3.5 times compared to a year ago. Today, Jio's optical fiber network is physically present outside more than 12 million homes and business premises with a deep fiber footprint in the top 100 cities. I continue to be confident of a rapid uptake of Jio Fiber services and revenue growth for Jio as India recovers from COVID. Dear shareholders, I announced last year that Jio's engineers have developed a 100% homegrown and comprehensive 5G solution, which is fully cloud native, software defined, and digitally managed. Jio has taken tremendous strides in maturing this state-of-the-art standalone 5G technology, which signifies a quantum leap to the next frontier of wireless broadband. Together with our partners, we have tested the Jio 5G solutions in India, and we successfully demonstrated speeds well in excess of 1 gigabit per second. Our Made in India solution is comprehensive, complete, and globally competitive. It reaffirms my faith in the abundant talent of Indian engineers to deliver world-class products in such a cutting-edge technology. Recently, we received the necessary regulatory approvals as well as trial spectrum for initiating 5G field trials. As I speak to you, the entire 5G standalone network has been installed in our data centers across the nation and also at our trial sites in Navi Mumbai. We are confident of being the first to launch a full-fledged 5G service. And because of our converged, future-proof architecture, Jio's network is uniquely positioned to quickly and seamlessly upgrade from 4G to 5G. To develop the end-to-end 5G ecosystem, we are now working with leading global partners to develop a full range of 5G capable devices. The Jio 5G technology is well positioned to create compelling applications for consumers and enterprises spanning healthcare, education, entertainment, retail, and other key verticals of the economy. One exciting 5G-enabled solution that Jio is developing with our Sir H.N. Reliance Foundation Hospital is a state-of-the-art connected ambulance. With real-time, high-fidelity telemedicine and remote doctor access, each connected ambulance can become a virtual extension of an hospital emergency room, even while on the move. We are developing with Reliance Foundation schools to use 5G to deliver immersive and interactive AR/VR content to students and classrooms, making the learning process a delightful, memorable, and enriching experience. We hope that such showcases will catalyze the emergence of a vibrant, local 5G ecosystem, making India a global hub for 5G development and export. So Jio is not just working to make India 2G Mukt, but also 5G Yukt. And once Jio's 5G solution is proven at India scale, we are excited by the prospect of exporting Jio 5G solutions to other telecom operators across the world. Friends, Jio has developed deep expertise in multiple emerging technologies like 5G, AI, and machine learning, blockchain, and mixed reality. We are developing 100% owned intellectual property. We have access to deep domain knowledge and operational experience within the Reliance Group across key industry verticals. We have a passionate and a talented team and world-class partners, and we have the opportunity to serve a global audience. In all, Jio Platforms is blossoming into a global technology player capable of creating multifold societal, customer, and shareholder value for years to come. Dear shareholders, now let me talk about Reliance Retail. This past year was the true test of our business. Despite challenging and restrictive operating conditions, Reliance Retail continued to deliver industry-leading returns. We added 1,500 new stores, which is among the largest retail expansion undertaken by any retailer during this period, taking our total count of stores to 12,711. We continue to maintain and strengthen our leadership position. Today, 1 in every 8 Indians shops with Reliance Retail. My dear shareholders, let me present some of the highlights for this year. Our apparel business sold nearly 5 lakh units per day and over 18 crore units during the year. This is equivalent to dressing the entire population of UK, Germany, and Spain once. Ajio has emerged as one of the leading digital commerce platforms for fashion and lifestyle with a portfolio of over 2,000 labels and brands and listing of over 5 lakh options. Driven by innovation, Ajio now contributes to over 25% of our apparel business. We further consolidated our position in consumer electronics and sold 4.5 crore units of electronics last year, which translates to over 120,000 units per day. Our omni-commerce capabilities allows us to deliver an unparalleled service proposition across 1,300 cities. As India's largest grocery retailer, Reliance Retail sold over 1 billion units of groceries or about 30 lakh units per day. Our grocery staff operated on the front lines of crisis, ensuring availability of essential products to our customers and Kirana partners. JioMart registered over 6.5 lakh peak orders in a single day. JioMart's growth is a testament to its already loyal customer base, 80% of whom are repeat shoppers. JioMart's new commerce aim is to transform and grow the small merchant ecosystem so that our merchant partners prosper. Over the past year, over 3 lakh merchants or shopkeeper partners across 150 cities were enabled and empowered to transform their businesses both physically and digitally. Our promise to them is simple: customer aapka, support hamara. We support you so that you can serve your customers better. A testament to our promise is that we have seen 3x growth in Kirana orders and 2x growth in order frequency. Expansion across cities is well underway, and we will onboard over 1 crore merchant partners and small shopkeepers over the next 3 years. This will trigger a socio-economic transformation on an extraordinary scale in India, especially when coupled with our mission of employment generation. Even in these challenging times, I am personally proud to report to you that Reliance Retail has not only protected jobs, but has created over 65,000 new jobs. Reliance Retail currently employs over 2 lakh people, making us one of the largest employers in the country. Over the next 3 years, we shall further create employment for over 10 lakh people and enable the livelihoods for many more. Growth in the retail sector will usher growth across the value chain, from raw material producers to large and small manufacturers, from logistics service providers to merchants to consumers. In order to expand this circle of shared prosperity, we will be focusing on the following 5 key initiatives. First, we will further invest in our research, design, and product development capabilities. In the next year, we will set up design, research, technology, and innovation centers in key areas globally and nationally to develop differentiated offerings for our diverse customer groups. Second, we will further strengthen our sourcing ecosystem, working closely with producers, MSMEs, service providers, local and international brand companies. We will make them our partners in the journey of value creation that our new commerce model seeks to unlock. Third, we are investing in building state-of-the-art supply chain infrastructure across India by linking all major sourcing and consumption locations. This will maximize efficiencies and minimize losses in the supply chain so that we can share the gains with both consumers and producers. An automated, modular, reliable, and scalable warehousing and logistics ecosystem will enable us to deliver products anywhere across the country in the shortest possible time. Fourth, we will focus on expanding our store footprint multifold this year with co-located delivery hubs over the next few years. They will provide a strong network to reach and serve millions of merchants and customers. And fifth, we will continue acquiring businesses to heighten our offering and experience to customers, sharpen our omni-channel capabilities, drive operating efficiencies, and strengthen our talent pool. Recent acquisitions include leading physical digital commerce platforms like NetMeds, Urban Ladder, and Zivame. Reliance Retail continues to be among the fastest growing retailers in the world. We are committed to grow our business so that we are among the top 10 retailers globally. I'm confident that Reliance Retail is on a hyper-growth trajectory to grow at least 3x in the next 3 to 5 years. Now let me turn to our media business. Dear share owners, Network 18 successfully overcame the logistic and business challenges posed by COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the pandemic, our journalists continue to venture out into the field every day so that viewers and readers get relevant information from inside the safety of their homes. Our entertainment flagship brand, Colors, was the first to resume fresh programming after the first wave of lockdowns, being true to its mission of keeping India entertained with wholesome and creative fare. I now will like to present our value creation roadmap. Your company has a proven track record of creating maximum societal value and maximum shareholder value through our business operations as well as philanthropic initiatives. The year has proved beyond doubt the resilience of our businesses and our ability to continuously innovate to create value even in adverse conditions. You are well aware of Reliance's epic journey from being a small textile company that had its IPO less than 50 years ago to today joining the ranks of the 50 most valuable companies in the world. Reliance is probably the only large company in the world that has successfully transformed itself from being a traditional industrial business into an enterprise that now includes two mega-scale consumer and technology businesses. Both Geo and Retail are at the beginning of their journey, yet both have an embedded culture of continuous value creation. Both have also brought immense benefits to hundreds of millions of consumers by mastering the power of revolutionary new technologies. Our O2C business, combined with new energy and materials plan, will usher in a new era of exponential growth. In the last 10 years, Reliance invested over $90 billion in creating substantial wealth for the nation and value for the shareholders. In the coming decade, Reliance has the capacity to catalyze investments of over $200 billion directly and through partners. These investments will create value on an exponential scale. They will be based on our disciplined capital allocation approach, preference for pursuing asset-light strategies, and emphasis on superior investment-grade ratings. These investments will also create over 10 lakh new employment opportunities, besides fostering thousands of small and medium enterprises across the country. I assure you that your company will consistently increase payout to its shareholders as our earnings continue to grow. I am confident that Reliance's multiple investment and business announcements today will help in kickstarting growth in the Indian economy. I believe speedy recovery in the post-COVID period is beyond any doubt. But beyond recovery, there will be rapid resurgence. I have no doubt that India is destined to emerge as one of the top 3 economies in the world. And as your company, in its golden decade, transforms itself as a new Reliance, it is destined to play a proud role in the emergence of a new India. My most esteemed shareholders, my father, Dhirubhai Ambani, founded Reliance on the principles of investing in future technologies, investing in Indian talent, and investing in India's growth opportunity. I have continued the tradition of following his evergreen principles while growing Reliance as a world-class enterprise. As Reliance climbs new summits of success in its onward journey, it will also cross new milestones in being a caring and empathetic corporate citizen. But believe me, the best of Reliance is yet to come. I have no doubt whatsoever that the next generation of leaders at Reliance, led by Isha, Akash, and Anant, will further enrich this precious legacy. We are meeting at a time when the second wave of COVID pandemic is fast receding. Under the leadership of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, the central government and all the state governments, along with civil society organizations and corporates, have coordinated a massive effort in this fight. But as a company, as a country, as mankind, and each one of us as individuals, we have learned an important lesson. We must be far better prepared to face such crises in the future and never let our guard down. To achieve this, the most essential resource we need, which is also the most useful resource, is a positive mindset. In trying times like these, positivity acts like a highly effective medicine. It works wonders for individuals, families, and for the society. Despair weakens us. Determination strengthens us. Negativity numbs us with pessimism and inaction. Positivity provides us with hope and confidence. Our ancient civilization has survived many crises in its long history because our forefathers had unlimited positivity and self-belief. My father, Dhirubhai Ambani, used to say, challenge negative forces with hope, self-confidence, and conviction, and the ambition and initiative will ultimately always triumph. I have absolutely no doubt that India will conquer the COVID crisis sooner rather than later. Post-COVID, India will emerge stronger. It will be a better India, a resurgent India, a more equal India, and a far more self-confident India. I foresee that the Indian economy will bounce back at a rate that will surprise the world, and prosperity and opportunities will be created for all on a scale never seen before, not for a few, but for all 1.35 billion Indians. Indeed, I see the global economy resetting itself in ways that will create a more equal world. May God forever guide us along this path. I would like to thank the central and the state governments, shareholders, investors, lenders, suppliers, and customers for their consistent and resolute support. I thank all my colleagues on the board for their oversight in this crucial phase of our growth, their support, and immense encouragement. I have special words to acknowledge the collective efforts of the entire Reliance team working tirelessly to create and sustain a world-class enterprise. Thank you.
Dear shareholders, our next mission, Mission Employee Care, is an expression of our care and concern for the most precious members of our extended family, our Reliance family. संस्कार और मूल्यों के आधार पर हमारा ये विशाल रिलायंस परिवार हमें ताकत देता है, हौसला देता है, प्रेरणा देता है। उसकी हर खुशी में हम साथ हैं और उसके हर दुख में हम हिस्सेदार हैं। When the pandemic started last year, literally overnight, we migrated to a full-time work from home mode. Across Reliance, we made sure that no jobs, no salaries, no bonuses were cut due to COVID. All medical expenses were fully paid and fully paid leaves were granted. It breaks our hearts that in spite of our best efforts, we lost some precious members of our Reliance family to the pandemic. Nothing can fill the void they've left in our minds and hearts. The entire Reliance family stands in solidarity with their families and shares their grief. We remain committed to their families' continued well-being and fulfilling the dreams that they saw together. Towards this end, Reliance will continue to pay the deceased employee's salary to the family for the next 5 years, finance their children's education in India till graduation, and ensure continuity of medical coverage to the family for life. Additionally, a lump sum amount of 10 lakhs will be provided to families of our off-roll employees who succumbed to COVID-19. My prayers, thoughts, and deepest condolences are with every family who has lost a loved one. Om Shanti.
Well, thanks so much for tuning into Talking Point. I'm your host, Neeraj Shah. A lot of conversations with Saurabh Mukherjee tend to revolve around investing, which almost seems, in his own words, like paint going dry, like a conversation which can be almost similar to the previous one, because his investing thesis is so much about the long term. And which is why the conversation today, we requested him to talk about something which could be slightly different. In that too, we are going to talk about, of course, how ignoring the short-term noise might actually help create long wealth for you. But viewers, I urge you all to think about this, that two facets of investing. One is exciting and one is simple and boring. Maybe the simple and boring actually leads to creating higher wealth. And if you're in this business for creating wealth, why do you want to have something which is for the necessity of it is exciting, but may not necessarily get you tremendous wealth? But the key point, Saurabh Mukherjee, that I want to talk to you about today is that if we are looking at a period of rising GDP growth in the country and arguably the world, I would urge you to tell us, how would you think one can create wealth out there? Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us today, Saurabh.
No, my pleasure. Thanks, Dheeraj. Good to be here, and I'm privileged to be on Talking Point. Look, I think first off, I think we need to enjoy the fact that we're in a period of rising GDP growth. It's been a rough few years in our country. For I think a lot of people watching, it's been a rough few months. So first off, leaving aside how much money we can make in this, let's enjoy the fact that this the current year that we are living in will probably be the strongest year for global GDP growth, I think in 15, 16 years, right, for all the major economies. And as we saw in fourth quarter FY21, the Indian economy too has picked up steam very nicely. And whilst April, May might be a small aberration, it's pretty clear in June, again, things are revving up. Things are revving up quite nicely. Now the question then is, how do you and I make money in this climate, right? And the temptation in a period of rising GDP growth in our country, the temptation is to go and buy steel and construction and real estate stocks and cement and metals and mining. It's a very kind of reflex reaction, right? It's a reaction that people need to watch out for, because as we can see, inflation is roaring through as well. So as growth picks up across the world, CPI inflation and WPI, not just in India, globally, we're seeing some of the highest inflation trends in a generation. And I don't think they'll go away slowly. They'll go away quickly. Because of the amount of pent-up demand, because of the amount of monetary and fiscal stimulus in the system, we will have very strong growth for the next couple of years, and we are likely to have high inflation. In such a climate, if you and I don't invest in companies with very strong pricing power, companies with very strong franchises, then input cost inflation will wipe out the benefits of strong top-line growth. I think strong top-line growth will become the norm. We will see that even in the 1Q results, we'll see that to some extent. We'll see that more forcefully in the 2Q results. Strong top-line growth roaring through as the planet goes through a supercharged recovery. But if you get carried away by the recovery and you don't invest in franchises with enormous pricing power, then the problem is the top line won't translate into bottom line. Inflation will erode the gains. So one of the things we've done for a number of years, and as you rightfully said, it is boring, but it makes us a great deal of money. So we stay the courses. We look for franchises which have very strong pricing power, dominant franchises, which are able to pass on the input cost hike to their customers, thus protect their margins, thus allow you and me as shareholders to get the benefits of this roaring economic recovery.
Awesome. So, just a question to that, and maybe dwells on a point of noise as well, though I don't quite know, and I don't think too many people would say that they know it completely well. But does the narrative around higher inflation, therefore subsequently higher yields, maybe some bit of tapering, some bit of interest rate hikes, and for the first time in many meets, Jerome Powell did hint towards higher inflation, so on and so forth. Would that upset the apple cart for equities and large, and therefore the follow-up to that is, should one be wary about buying high quality franchises which are trading at very high valuations, because there could be multiple derating as well, not just earnings. Actually, earnings may not come off, but there could be multiple derating because of the mood in the market.
So I think the good thing is, Neeraj, we don't have to speculate on this subject. This has happened twice in the last 20 years. So 2004, the Fed started hiking. So 2003, the economic recovery began globally, India included. 2004, the Fed started hiking. And believe it or not, the Fed, the ECB, the Bank of England kept hiking all